All right, welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Target Individual Experience, Target Individual Programming. Okay, so just to follow up on what just happened today, and I actually do remember now the video I was watching, and it was in the movie, the Amazon Prime series called The Boys. I think it mentioned something about being isolated and locked out of the system, right? So again, that's what Pam called about Alyssa, about the children's school account. And like I said, I had to prove it to her that yeah, it ain't in my name, girl. I did it in your name, right? So
That's what the context and what I'm gonna be going for the 3-4 months.
Just walk by here shaking his keys, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I tell you, I know exactly what they do, so I confront them in my own way, right? But anyhow, so yeah, that's what it was about. That's what she called. Then also on that, also is about being locked out of my account, my disability account, right? Because they have I don't know what they did, but I tried to log into my account. I could no longer log into my account. This was when Elon Musk and his agency went into the government computers, and who knows what they did. So but anyhow, but like I said, they will manipulate her because she always wants to be right, and on top of that, she wants to have an excuse as to not wanting to go into the school account, right? Again, this is in her name, not mine, and I had to prove it to her. I said, when you look and you see, oh look, LNP 3281. Again, all these new vehicles, start parking around here. The number 32 in the license plate. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I have to prove it. Like I said, it is my job as it is our jobs as TIs, as target individuals, to prove what it is that we're saying, because you can't expect law enforcement to do it because they are predatory in nature and they know what's going on. They are a big part of it, right? They are the enforcers used by the state and those in positions of authority and power. So you can't expect that in any sort of experimentation. You should know that the government is control of the government agencies, and when they want to hide the fact that they experiment on us, that's what they'll do. Here, using their sirens. You heard that? Oh yeah. So again, like I said, they don't quite understand who I am, right? They may understand somewhat because of how they condition me, but they should know that I'm going to prove it. I'm not going to just say it, because I don't want you to take my word for it. Just like I didn't want her to take my word for it. I wanted to prove it to her by showing her, look, you were receiving emails from that account. So obviously it's your name. It's in your name, your email. So the fact that they went in and changed it to mine, because I didn't do it. How I did it? I didn't even have the password. You know what I'm saying? You hear the sirens? Oh yeah. I keep telling you guys, whenever I expose them, that's what they'll do. Right? Whenever I expose them, this is what they'll do. And another thing too, they'll do these little tests to test my long-term memory and my short-term memory. Look, I've been asking Pamela about going into the children school account, and getting their report card, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Like I tell you, their tricks don't work. That shit do not work. Their shit do not work. Like I said, I've become an expert in exposing what it is that they're doing. And the whole elbow thing, I have my elbow sticking out. Right? So that's what they do. And also, whenever I get out of bed now, the NY Predators Department constantly using their sirens, right? Because again, any words that are being said, like elevate, stand up, rise up, they'll use their sirens. Okay. Now why do you keep looking at the crosswalk? Right? They look down at the paint, I should say. Alright. But yeah, like I said, they never stop. They don't stop. They just come up with new ways to attack you. And as a TI, you know, you gotta be aware of these things. They're always gonna come up with new ways to attack you. Right? And if it means doing it indirectly through the people that you know, or directly to the people that you know, this is what they'll do. You know, this is what they'll do. And so you gotta understand that, right? And particularly when they are shaping our personalities in very toxic, destructive ways. You're part to the apartment right there, so you guys can see. All right. But this is what they'll do. All right. This is what they'll do. They'll continue to engage in such behavior, and that's what I'm gonna continue to call them the New York Predator Department. Like I said, you know, I didn't come for them; they came for me. Right? They're the ones go around spreading rumors, slander. They're the ones operating in the shadows, right? Propaganda against me and others and TI. They're the ones that illegally microchip me. I didn't do any of those things to them. But because they're in a position of authority, they believe that they can, and they did. Right? And now, when it comes to accountability, they don't want that. This is why they have to villainize us. This is why they have to manipulate us. We need to understand that, so that the people will never want to listen to us or hear us, but to ignore us, right? Just as how they ignore the people. You know, I keep saying this. You got to look at leadership, and you got to look at law enforcement in America, predator law enforcement in America. It is predatory in nature. It is the enforcers of white supremacy and white supremacists, right? It is and anyone working within that system and engaging in the same destructive behavior against black people and against Hispanic people, they themselves are racist. So those positions and those industries, finance, predator law enforcement, medical industry, right, and politics. Okay, these are industries in which, if you have black people working in, Hispanic people working in, and they have the power to dramatically affect your life in a negative way. So because of that is why they can be racist. Okay, you must understand that. Just as how we see, just as how we see, police, Hispanic police officers, black police officers engaging in the abuse of the people that look like them, the same way the white supremacists do, right? This is what happens. Like the Hispanic female officer went on a tirade using the N-word, and she goes, "It feels so good to use the N-word," because they want to call us that. You got to understand. You know, we had a system, we had an understanding, a system in place, and those who were elected officials understood that that's not a word that they should be saying, right? You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be saying it either, but they definitely can't say it, but they want to say it so bad, right? That it literally gives them a relief of joy to say the N-word. You understand what I'm saying? So understand their mindset, that they really want to show us exactly what they think about us, and they can't wait. They can't wait. So when you have a leadership of a nation that's racist, and this cabinet is racist, they're going to come out the woodworks. Anyhow, talk to you guys next week.